Good morning and welcome. I'm Sandy. Take a breath, settle in, and join me for today's intention. So, today's intention is centered around recognizing wholeness. You may not get to choose everything the day brings, but you can choose how to meet it. So, in terms of recognizing wholeness, pause for a moment before reaching out for the next goal and recognize how far you have already traveled. Notice what you have completed, integrated, and learned. Allow a sense of I am enough or enoughness to exist today. Now, take a slow breath in and out. Feel the support beneath you and notice the natural rhythm of your breathing. Release the need to accomplish anything for these few moments. Just become present. And ask yourself, what if you paused before reaching for the next goal? How far have you already traveled? How much have you already learned? Common human pattern is to constantly ask what's next, just like I mentioned in the horizon effect, right? That concept in yoga that refers to the idea that we create a goal for ourselves and we work very hard to meet that goal. Then when we meet the goal, rather than absorbing the benefits and the experience and looking over the experience and reviewing what we've learned, we immediately find another goal. And that tends to be the pattern of the mind, right? As soon as I get one thing I want, then I immediately move on to something else. Life constantly asks us what is next. We focus on the next achievement, the next problem, the next version of ourselves. And if we get tied up into that pattern, sometimes it can be challenging to interrupt it. Constant focus on what remains undone can hide the value of what we have already completed or lived. Instead of asking what comes next, ask yourself, what have I learned? What have I survived? What have I integrated through living? Again, yoga philosophy uses the concept of contentment known as santosha to encourage us to find that time to absorb what we've already lived. Right? That doesn't mean we, again, pretend that everything is perfect, right? We can have growth and enoughness existing at the same time. Contentment means recognizing the value before everything is finished. We tend to be all or nothing oriented, right? And a lot of these meditations and intentions that I'm sharing with you ask us to find the middle way. So think about where you were and who you were about 5 or 10 years ago, and consider how much has changed since then. And remember, not every lesson that you learned was easy. Not everything happened as you expected it to. But every experience contributed to who you are today. So in life, we see patterns that repeat across different levels, right? The nature moves in cycles of the seasons, right? Renewal, life begins through similar cycles. So an experience becomes complete when its lesson becomes integrated. Completed cycles shape how we understand and choose to live. The wholeness sought outside is also reflected within. So bring to mind something that you have completed. It doesn't need to be public or impressive to other people. It might be that you healed from something, you established a healthy boundary, you changed an old habit. Maybe you left something behind that wasn't serving you. So focus on these three statements of integration. I lived this. I learned from this, and this is now part of me. Wholeness doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean struggle won't come back. It means nothing you have lived is completely separate from who you are becoming. All parts of your life belong to the larger story, whether that be joy, courage, beginnings, or whether it be grief, mistakes, or endings. One chapter can end while another is preparing to begin. And future dreams don't take away the value of what you're living right now. So focus today on living for the moment, not only preparing to live later. Remember the moments when you thought you could not continue. Recognize that you're still here. Your journey has brought to you strength, discernment, compassion, and wisdom. What strength have you earned? What wisdom do you have because you lived it? And what no longer requires effort because it's already been integrated and ready to let go? Take another slow, deep breath in. And as you breathe out, release. Breathe out the need to improve yourself. There will be time for new beginnings, decisions, and new goals. But for this moment, just allow enoughness. Experience the dignity of having arrived here. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow space for contentment, gratitude, and wholeness. Allow yourself to receive and integrate wisdom that you've already gained. Today, you don't have to reach another goal before honoring how far you've come. You can appreciate what you've completed, and you can receive the wisdom that life's given you. Pause before rushing toward what comes next. Recognize what's completed, integrated, and learned, and resist measuring life only by what remains undone. Honor the wisdom that you've earned through experience. You may not get to choose everything the day brings you, but you can choose how you meet it. Until tomorrow, be well and meet your day with purpose. Namaste.